Let us begin. Place your awareness in the area of the heart. Take slow, deep breaths. Visualize these breaths flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And make these breaths gentle, slow, deep, but make sure they're not labored. So you are actually feeling the flow of your body. And these breaths allow you to get in touch with your body. Hello, body. Slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Slow, deep breaths. If there's a large shift in your body when you begin to breathe slowly, as this asks you to breathe slowly, this technique, if you feel a big shift, that means you were stressed out. So as you begin to take these slow, deep breaths and visualize these flowing in and out of your heart, just get in touch with your body. Get in touch with your body and see if there was a huge shift or a minor shift. That'll tell you how much stressed you are compared to what you should be. If there was no shift, congratulations. So when you practice this technique, slow, deep breaths, for 15 minutes a day, you will begin to operate at that level. And then everything will be just flowing. And I can tell you that from personal experience. And you will see people around you say, how can you handle that much stress? How can you handle that much work without feeling stressed out? How can you get so much accomplished with so little stress and with so much joy? And that is where you're heading as you take these slow, deep breaths. Visualize them flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Beautiful. Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And I'm just going to say greetings to everybody that are on here. So thank you for your greetings. I see that Sue is here from England. Welcome. Good afternoon from you from England. I guess it's afternoon there. Adam, welcome. Good to see you, my brother from Red Deer. Jennifer from Calgary. Hello. And Wendy, good morning from Alaska. Susan from Toronto, good morning, almost afternoon for you there. Good morning, Nancy. Thank you for coming. Walter, it says no sound. I hope you can hear me. I would appreciate you typing in, letting me know that you can hear me, because I don't think Walter was picking up the sound. Hello, Sandy from Okotoks and Bonnie from Toronto. Thank you so much for joining me and everybody else on this particular session. And today, our topic today is around transforming through curiosity. And I briefly mentioned this yesterday, or last week, I should say. I briefly mentioned this last week about curiosity and how curiosity creates possibilities. And when you think about that, possibilities create more curiosity. And so sometimes when we are feeling frustrated, we may be frustrated because we don't see a way out of things. But if we just shift that frustration into curiousness, into being a bit more curious about life, about how can I move past this, it almost becomes a challenge for us to break past this, and then we become curious. And then once we become curious, things open up for us. So is there an example in your life where you were faced with a challenge and you became a little bit more curious about it, and all of a sudden possibilities opened up? According to a study done by Harvard scholars, is if you're frustrated and you have anxiety, you cannot be curious at the same time, which means that you can only panic, or you can, if you're not panicking, then you can actually open up the possibilities of being curious and actually looking at possibilities. So if you want to dig yourself out of a situation and you want to break through, find a limiting breakthrough, you have to become more curious. And the questions you ask around that is not, why is this happening to me? That's not the curiosity we want to create. But it is around, what would it look like if I were to make a breakthrough right now? What would that look like? And if you ask those questions, what would that look like if I were to create a breakthrough? Possibilities will open up. I want you to try that this week. I want you, anytime you come across a situation, I want you to ask yourself, what would a breakthrough in this situation look like? And as soon as you start asking that question, and you take the slow, deep breaths that we have been practicing, you can see, you will get the wisdom flowing, and you will see that once you are out of the stress mode, you will become more curious, and then you will see the possibilities. So I want you to try that and send me a note if you find that successful. All right. If there are any questions, you can type them in. I will tackle them at the Q&A session today. All right. So good. There's a few more people who are chiming in. I have Alan here. Good morning, Alan from Calgary. Thank you for joining. All right. So curiosity can create possibilities. Possibilities create more curiosity, and then so on and so forth. So become more curious in your life today. Ask yourself, what would a breakthrough look like in this situation? What would success look like in this situation? You can be cornered, and when you're stressed out, when you're cornered, or you're feeling down and out, you cannot think of how to get things out. That's why we reach for help for others, because they're a little bit more objective. They can sense things a little bit more clearer. And when you're cornered, the first thing you have to do is do the slow breathing techniques, get yourself more lined up, more coherent. Once you do that, ask this question: what does success look like? What does breakthrough out of this situation look like? All right. So that is the I didn't know that moment session for the day, and I hope that was useful, because that is essentially what we do, is we help individuals create breakthrough moments so they can become more of who they are. And isn't this what life is meant to be? You will never receive a situation in your life where things are always normal, because if that's the case, you'll get bored and you will not be a creative human being. We are born as creative human beings, and therefore every life will bring us challenges. And when we ask these questions, what does success look like? What does breakthrough look like? It takes us to that next level. All right. So we're ready for the next phase, and we can kick this up a notch. This is something you want to practice every day for 15 minutes a day, and I'll guide you through it right now. Let us place awareness in the area of our heart. Let's take slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of our heart. Just breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Slow, deep breaths. Now begin to experience a regenerative emotion, such as love, appreciation, peace, gratitude. Begin to experience these emotions. Bring them forward. And just find joy in that connection. Connection with someone, connection with a pet, connection with others, connection with yourself. Reach back to the time when you were feeling elated, when you felt so exhilarated. Bring that forward now. Your body is going to respond as if it's already there. And isn't that what we're trying to create anyways for us now and in the future? And bring it forward. And just bask in it. Beautiful. Slow, deep breaths. And if you're feeling these emotions, truly feeling them in your heart, and they're regenerative emotions, then lock that in. This is the normal thing. This is your new normal. So anytime you feel this and better, know that you're doing okay, you're coherent. Anytime you're feeling less than this, then get back into your heart, do the breathing techniques, get yourself back to this new normal. This is your benchmark. In this state, your body has already accomplished it. You've already reached the state as you've reached it now. It's not impossible to get back into this state. You just have to think about the regenerative feelings. You just have to feel them and bring them here. Wonderful. Excellent. Thank you so much for participating in this 15-minute session. I hope you're getting a lot out of these techniques, and I hope you're practicing them on a daily basis. You'll find yourself coherent. You'll find yourself being able to navigate through life's challenges without a speed bump. You won't feel it. It'll be very smooth. If you have to leave, by all means, thank you for joining me. We can start with the Q&A session. If you have any questions, please do type those in. And while I'm waiting for people to type those in, just wanted to let you know that next Monday and the following Monday, I will be traveling. So I will do my best to do a live espresso shot on Monday, this coming Monday. But you will get an email that will either give you a link to a live espresso shot or a live something, or perhaps a replay. So keep tuned. I want to make sure that I've got the facilities and the Wi-Fi to be able to broadcast live. All right. I'm actually going to be in Big Island in Hawaii, helping out with the Cryon folks. They've asked me to come out there and support their conference, so that's where I'm heading. And I want to make sure that I'm able to serve you in this way. So I'll let you know. I'll send out an email with either a live link or one that says it's a replay. All right. So for the next 2 Mondays, just keep an eye out on your email to let you know how we're going to connect. All right. I have a question from Sue. Our question is, when I focus on the heart area, I sometimes get palpitations. Have you come across this before? So Sue, no, that has not happened to me personally. I have had individuals in my program that have said that when they actually focus on the heart, that their heart they feel a little bit of a pain in the heart, primarily in the back of the heart. So in your back, where the heart is, they feel a little bit of pain, but that's all I've heard. The palpitations are something that, you see, and of course, I always advise you to go check it out with your medical practitioner, your general practitioner, your physician. Notwithstanding that, when you actually tune into any part of your body, you will begin to notice that part of the body. Now, the heart palpitations may always have been there. They may always have been there. You may just not have noticed it, or you have drowned it out because it was a normal part of you. And when you focus and really tune into the body, and when you do that slow, deep breathing technique, your body becomes more self-aware, but it also settles into that norm, and anything that's outside the norm begins to show up. And that's really what these breathing techniques are for. When you do these slow breathing techniques, they actually bring out things that are not normal in your body that need to be checked out. So if you're feeling heart palpitations, it's not normal. You can continue doing the breathing technique. They're very safe, but if the palpitations don't go away after some time of breathing techniques, then please go get it checked out. What you'll find is that when you do these breathing techniques, it regulates the heart, regulates the autonomic nervous system, your sympathetic, parasympathetic, and it resets the actual thermostat in your body. And so you'll get back to normal again. So continue these practice techniques. And again, if these palpitations do not go away, please do go see a physician. Make sure everything's checked out fine. All right.